Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive into the absolutely wild world of Big D's.
It's great to be back.
If you joined us last time, you got that amazing inside scoop from Mr. Big D himself.
Yeah, that was quite something.
The feedback was just fantastic. Seriously, you all loved it. And guess what? We listened.
Oh, yeah.
That inside scoop is now like a permanent thing. We're going to keep bringing you closer to Big D's, so thanks for letting us know you liked it.
That's brilliant. And honestly, Big D's never fails to deliver, does it? It's such a fascinating case study.
Totally.
You get retail dynamics, human quirks, those just completely unexpected twists. It's all there.
It really is, like a living, breathing, slightly unhinged business lesson, maybe.
Exactly. And we're just kind of watching it unfold.
Okay, so before we jump into this week's saga, which is, believe me, truly wild, let's do a super quick recap just to set the scene again.
Good idea. A lot was happening.
Right. Remember the build-up to the big food pyramid sale? Everyone was kind of buzzing about that.
And the mayor's PCP week. Yeah, still a bit vague on that one.
Oh, totally cryptic. We were all kind of scratching our heads, weren't we?
Yeah.
Then there was Chief Squiggs doing his classic Squiggs move, 2-week notice in.
And then dramatic pause.
Notice out. All while doing his, let's call it, ongoing HR dance.
He's got moves.
He really does. And the store itself, huge redesigns using every inch of floor space.
Yeah, the checkout lines changed too. That was a big one.
And Chappie stepped up into that cashier supervisor role. Very adaptable.
People jumped into it.
And, of course, the usual roller coaster, prices up, prices down, those income issues bubbling away, always setting the stage for financial drama.
It seems like a constant theme there.
Totally. Oh, and the big one, Johnny Cowboy finally got promoted to inventory manager.
Yes. Seemed positive at the time, didn't it?
It really did. A step forward for Johnny, for Big D's. Hold that thought, because you are about to find out how that turned out.
Indeed. It felt like a week of big shifts. Operationally, personnel,
Yeah.
even the layout.
Yeah.
And those financial currents were already looking a bit choppy. You just knew something was going to happen with all those changes. Some brilliant, some, well, very big D's.
Very Big D's is the perfect description. Okay, so let's unpack this week. Our mission here is to show you how all those mysteries played out.
Right.
Plus, introduce you to even more bizarre stuff that honestly could only happen there.
There's always more, isn't there?
Always. And get ready for this, we're going to uncover a truly shocking financial truth. We're calling it the billion-dollar blunder. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but it changed everything.
Wow.
But hey, don't worry, we're keeping it fun, light, upbeat. That's the Big D's way, right? Find the humor in the chaos.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating is, well, we actually managed to get an exclusive, never-before-reported inside scoop straight from the heart of Big D's.
Whoa, tell me more.
It's so fresh, like some of the staff might not even know yet. It ties everything together. It really shows you the unique culture that lets this place just be Big D's.
Okay, amazing. So you definitely need to stick around for the whole wild ride to hear that at the end. Don't miss it.
Definitely worth the wait.
All right, let's dive into the week itself. Monday morning at Big D's, and the air was like actually buzzing. Real excitement.
What was going on?
It was the kickoff, the big food pyramid sale. Remember the concept?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Discounts based on the pyramid level.
Exactly. Grains highest discount, then down through veggies, fruit, dairy, meat, ending with oils and desserts lowest.
Okay, gotcha.
And the staff, for once, seemed genuinely pumped about this. Bernicus's idea. Pretty clever, right? Cycle through inventory using this, like, familiar chart.
It's an interesting approach, taking something structured like the food pyramid
Yeah.
and applying to a retail sale.
Yeah.
It shows that unique kind of sideways thinking Bernicus has,
Totally.
even if the execution, as we'll see, got very Big D's.
Oh, did it ever? Because day one, the grain sale. A massive 45% off, wait for it.
Here, as
Yeah.
a grain.
Beer. Yes, you can imagine, right? Some staff are probably like, boss, beer, grain. It's not exactly a slice of whole wheat.
Not quite, no.
But Chappie, our new cashier supervisor, he just steps in full conviction and settles it.
Wow.
Boldly declares, straight-faced apparently, that beer is basically drinkable bread.
Drinkable bread. Oh, my God.
And just like that, debate over beer sale is on end. It's that kind of just joyful, slightly bonkers logic, you know? That's Big D's.
And the impact. Did the drinkable bread sell?
Did it ever? It wasn't just a success. It was like an instant runaway hit.
Really?
Yeah. They reportedly ran out of beer multiple times that day, scrambling to restock. It just shows sometimes the craziest ideas work, right?
It really does. It tapped into something, clearly. That accidental genius of Bernicus's strategy.
Maybe we should all be looking for more drinkable bread deals.
Huh. Perhaps.
Uh-huh.
It highlights how sometimes, the unconventional stuff hits the mark, even if born from creative classifying.
Totally. Okay, so beyond the beer bonanza, there was the weekly meeting. Bernicus had to address the mayor's PCP week.
Ah, yes, the politically correct purge week still sounds ominous.
Right, and just as confusing, staff were, understandably unsure what it actually meant for them.
What could it mean at a grocery store? New way to stack cans.
Exactly. Or, no opinions in the break room, nobody knew specifics, or even the general idea, really.
But this is classic Big D's, isn't it? That resilience, even when things are totally ambiguous.
How so?
Well, despite the vagueness, the staff reaction was just, okay, we'll do our best. Like the source material says, Big D staff always does.
It's true. They just roll with it.
Even if it makes no sense. Is the mayor just throwing out random directives?
Yeah.
Or is there some actual policy behind it?
Mm.
Product sourcing, marketing language, who knows?
The ambiguity itself is part of the fun, I guess.
It's definitely a management challenge. How do you implement that? Speaks volumes about their adaptability. Or maybe just habit.
Okay, now if you thought that was unique, let's talk Chappie.
Oh, Chappie. Our newly promoted cashier supervisor.
The very same. Before the week even really started, people were just amazed by his dedication. He spent the entire weekend before.
To him, what?
And that Monday morning, decorating his checkout lane. Full-on decorating.
Not just tidying up?
No way. We're talking art project. The checkout area itself, it's now around a corner, kind of tucked away in its own cove.
Okay.
And Chappie, channeling some hidden artistic talent, adorned it with Asian-inspired themes, lighting, and accents.
Wow. Asian-inspired. At a Big D's checkout.
I know. The effort must have been huge. It wasn't just functional. It was like emotional investment, making it his own space.
Like a little hidden gem for the customers.
Totally. In fact, Slurms, Slurms, always says it like it is. He walked by and apparently just stopped and said, "When did I walk into Chinatown?"
That says it all.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
You're just getting your groceries, turn the corner to pay, and boom, you're in this beautifully themed, totally unexpected little oasis.
What a surprise. That must have been delightful for shoppers.
Right. It just shows even the checkout line at Big D's is an adventure. Retail ambiance, Big D's style.
Meanwhile, before the doors even opened for the week, another problem cropped up. Familiar, yet different.
Oh, not the usual freezer breakdown or inventory mess.
Nope. This time, an unauthorized loan. Someone used the boss's computer, took out a loan.
A loan before opening. Whoa.
Okay.
That's not a minor glitch.
Exactly. That's a whole new level of what is happening here.
So did they know how much or who?
Details were fuzzy, screen wasn't clear, store funds didn't look suddenly huge. So the guess was, it couldn't have been that big a loan.
Still,
it was a loan. An unexpected debt they now had to deal with.
Yeah.
And the kicker.
What?
No one admitted to it.
Get out. Someone takes a loan on the boss's computer and just pretends nothing happened.
Yep. Adds this layer of mystery right at the start. Who did it? Why? It's a classic Big D's problem, sure, but this one feels different. Raises questions about trust, internal controls,
Yeah, definitely. A puzzle hanging over the whole week.
And speaking of recurring themes,
Yeah.
let's talk Johnny Cowboy.
Ah, Johnny. And his butter situation.
Precisely. If you've been following along, Johnny have a thing for butter.
A massive thing. We talked before how the butter stock was always overflowing, shelf-packed, back stock full. Any dip, boom, more butter ordered.
It's beyond preference. It's a fixation.
An obsession. And, as we're about to learn, a potentially very expensive one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the inventory manager. It's a prime example of how one person's quirk can ripple through the whole store, financially speaking.
For sure. And this week, Johnny was back at it. Renewed focus, fervent even.
More butter.
He wanted a butter sale. Okay, fine. Makes sense. But then he proposed a new fridge.
A new fridge. For what?
Just for
Butter. You're kidding. An entire fridge just for butter.
Can you believe it? An entire refrigeration unit solely for sticks of butter?
Bernicus, trying to manage everyone, initially compromised.
How?
He agreed to the butter sale. Fine. They could do it on Dairy Day as part of the pyramid sale. Okay, reasonable.
But Johnny kept pushing. More butter. We need more butter on the floor. Bernicus, maybe just worn down or trying to keep the peace, said he'd think on the extra fridge.
Just think on it. The classic management delay tactic.
Right. But Johnny's focus is just, wow. Tunnel vision on butter amidst all the other chaos.
It's remarkable tenacity, you have to admit, even if it's for butter. At what point does dedication become Counterproductive. Bernick has clearly felt the pressure.
Well, here's where it gets really wild. Because later that same day, Big D caved.
No, they bought the butter fridge.
They bought the butter fridge, yes, and not some little dorm fridge tucked away.
Where'd they put it?
Right at the checkout lane, front and center, prime real estate.
Oh, my goodness.
And they didn't just put a few packs in. Oh, no, package after package. Bought, shipped, delivered that day, stuffed full, stick after stick after stick. A monument to butter.
A butter monument at checkout. How much butter are we talking?
By the end of the day, get this, a whopping quantity of 1,600 butters were on the sales floor.
1,600.
And the new fridge, perpetually stocked full. An employee apparently just stared at it and said, I've never seen anything like it.
I believe it. Who has seen anything like it? A dedicated butter fridge at checkout.
Exactly, and it raises that retail psychology question, right? Slurms, Mr. Practical, was like, who looks for butter at checkout? People will miss it.
Valid point. It's not the dairy aisle.
But then the counter idea, impulse buy. You're waiting in line, you see the shrine to butter.
You know what? I could use another stick.
Precisely. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Peak Big D's experimentation.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Traditional store layout versus pure impulse potential. Very whimsical.
But risky. Does the novelty wear off? Does it annoy people looking for normal checkout?
Big questions. Are they sacrificing efficiency for, like, retail theater? Or is there genius in the bizarre? Time will tell, I guess. Hashtag IFE, daily operations and unforeseen discoveries.
So, while the butter opera unfolds, Chappie's embracing his new supervisor role. No longer stuck at a register, he's out on the floor. His new mission. Price detective.
Christ detective, I like it.
Yeah, he spent his day just checking prices, making sure things were marked right, ensuring the store was, actually making a profit on stuff.
And did this new role yield anything?
Oh, big time. It led to a really critical discovery. End of day, he reports to Bernicus. Multiple products are selling at almost next to nothing profit.
That's not good.
Worse, a few items were being sold at a loss.
At a loss. That's just bleeding money.
Exactly. Not just a small oversight, a serious financial leak. Chappie spent most of his day fixing these prices. His new role immediately proved super valuable, plugging that hole.
Wow. Shows how important that kind of detailed oversight is, especially for a small place like Big D's where margins are tight.
For sure. Elsewhere in the store, they decided to fill some empty shelves.
Yeah.
New investment, cleaning supplies.
Expanded the line. Makes sense.
They already had some, but yeah, beefing it up. And Bernicus, ever the philosopher, apparently said, you can never order enough cleaning products. People will always make messes.
Huh.
That's
depressingly accurate, actually. A solid business truth.
Right. But speaking of cleaning products, this leads to maybe one of the most genuinely bizarre things to happen there. And that's saying a lot for Big D's.
Okay, I'm intrigued. More bizarre than drinkable bread and butter monuments.
Possibly. Picture this. Just a normal day, stocking shelves. Mundane, right? Yep. Johnny Cowboy picks up a new spray cleaner to put on the shelf and just yells, "What? Chief Squiggs, is that you?"
Squiggs, on the cleaner.
His face on the product advertisement, everyone just stops. Squiggs himself is baffled. I don't know how that's even possible, he says.
Wait. Did he, do some modeling on the side he forgot about?
Nope. No modeling, no knowledge of it being used. And Chappie, thinking practically, asks, are you getting paid for this?
And the answer was...
a big no. He didn't even know how they got his photo.
That is truly weird. Even for them, how does that even happen? Stock photo gone wrong, weird tribute.
Who knows? It's a mystery wrapped in an all-purpose cleaner. Just adds to the delightful, bewildering chaos.
Okay, so day one wraps up. Beer sales through the roof. New butter fridge, 1,600 butters, new cleaning supplies, price adjustments. How did the finances look?
Yeah, with all that spending and adjusting, maybe unsurprising, but still a bummer. The numbers were in the negative.
Again, ouch.
Yeah, not just a little dip, reflects those big investments. Day one was definitely about spending, not quite earning it back yet. Hashtag Shivi, rising tensions, and HR drama.
Okay, on to day two then. The food pyramid sale moves on. What's next after grains?
Vegetables, specifically canned veggies, corn, green beans, that kind of stuff.
And how did that go? Another runaway hit.
Pretty much. Flew off the shelves just like the beer. So popular, staff were again scrambling to keep things stocked.
Good problem to have, I suppose, but still points to maybe some stocking deficiencies.
Definitely. But under the surface of the successful corn sales, drama was brewing.
Oh, between who?
Chappie and Slurms. Now that Chappie was doing price checks, He was kind of stepping into Slurm's old territory.
Ah, the classic turf war.
Exactly. They apparently had different ideas on how to price things out. You know how it is when roles shift.
Yep. Even with good intentions, toes get stepped on.
And the spark.
Yeah.
Bernicus needed the new cleaning products priced. Chappie, being Chappie, super eager, wanting to be useful, just jumps in like, yeah, I'll do it.
Directly challenging Slurm's area, even if unintentionally.
Right, and the tension just ramps up from there. Chappie, reportedly, accidentally, bumps into Slurms while walking over with the scanner.
Accidentally.
Or accidentally.
Chappie says accidentally. He apologizes, keeps going. But Slurms, he's had enough. Maybe the microaggressions all day finally got to him. He chases after Chappie.
Oh, wow. A chase. In the aisle.
Bernicus sees it happening, runs after them, trying to head off a disaster.
This is getting intense. They end up confronting each other right by the new cleaning products. Customers watching. Slurms is losing it, accusing Chappie. Chappie, sensing things escalating, apparently says, you trying to square up.
Square up, like fight, in front of customers.
Can you imagine? Thankfully, Bernicus gets there just in time, breaks it up. But wow, talk about public tension. Peak Big D's workplace drama.
And I bet that wasn't the end of it.
Not by a long shot. End of the day, Slurms gets called into HR.
Just for the confrontation.
Not just that, apparently reports said he'd been lashing out at others all day with microaggressions. This was just the boiling point.
Okay, so what was his side of the story about the bump?
He claimed Chappie knocked the scanner out of his hand and the bump was on purpose. Totally different story. Painting Chappie as the aggressor.
Two very different accounts. How did Bernicus handle it?
Gave Slurms the usual talking to, you know, the classic, we're a team speech.
The go-to management line.
But then Bernicus, maybe trying to lighten the mood or just find any explanation, decides to blame Slurm's behavior on the heat wave.
The heat wave? Seriously?
Seriously, like the pressure of Big D's manifests as heat-induced rage. It's certainly a unique management perspective.
Blaming the weather.
Yeah.
Always an option, I guess.
And to make a long, dramatic day even worse, the store ended down in numbers again.
Still in the red.
Oh, man. Yeah, another loss, piling on day one. Chief Squiggs, our resident philosopher, was apparently heard saying, am I even getting paid for this?
Huh. Relatable.
And then, what's unreasonable for Big D's? Which is a profound question, really.
It truly is. What is unreasonable there? The bar seems pretty high. Or low, depending how you look at it.
Adding insult to injury, that mystery loan from day one, still causing problems.
They couldn't pay it back?
They had the money. The issue was technical. The button on the computer to actually make the payment wasn't working.
You're kidding. The pay loan button was broken.
Apparently. Bernicus was furious. Financial institutions make you play games. I don't want to play games. Just pure frustration. Another absurd obstacle.
Wow. Just...
And in response to ongoing theft, which somehow still happened despite last week's new security, Bernicus added more cameras.
Sensible.
And a security detection unit for scanning customers.
But what now? Scanning customers.
Nah.
To see who looks likely to steal.
That's what it sounds like some kind of pre-crime detector.
Okay, that's unsettling. And vague. What is that tech?
Facial recognition.
Shifty eye detector.
No idea. The source doesn't say, which makes it even weirder. But it raises huge ethical questions, right? Privacy versus loss prevention.
I know, sounds like something out of science fiction.
But also, peak Big D's. Facing a problem with the most unusual solution imaginable. They'll try anything.
And through all this, the HR drama, the losses, the broken loan button, the customer scanner, what was Johnny Cowboy doing?
Let me guess. Butter.
Butter.
Yeah.
Still pushing for more, convinced the butter market is going to crash, and they needed to invest in more butter now to get ahead of the game.
He's living in a different reality, a butter-based reality.
Totally disconnected. Meanwhile, Chappie gets called into HR too, end of the day, to give his side of the Slurms incident.
Yep. He maintained the bump was an accident, denied slapping the scanner, denied trying to steal Slurm's turf.
So what was his motivation for jumping on the pricing?
Simple, according to him. He just wanted to be busy doing something useful at the store and never meant Slurms any harm.
Just eager to please, eager to contribute.
Exactly. Shows his dedication, right?
Yeah.
Even amidst the chaos, trying to be valuable. It's kind of touching, actually.
Okay, so we finally get to the weekend. Food pyramid sale moves on to fruit.
Fruit sale! And crucially, it's the weekend, so Johnny Cowboy and Chief Squiggs are off. Remember that detail.
Got it. And the stocking issue. Still a problem.
Still a struggle keeping those sale items on the shelves.
Yeah.
So Bernicus decides, okay, we need a dedicated stalker.
Smart move. Address the bottleneck.
And guess who knows just the guy?
Let me guess.
Chappie.
Chappie. He messages Johnny Cowboy's brother, Jack Noodle.
Jack Noodle. Jack Noodle. Hired on the spot for stalking. Boom. Just like that. Another family connection joins the Big D's fun. Hopefully he can keep the shelves full.
Keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
Very Big D's hiring process.
So during the day, Chappie and Slurms, surprisingly, after their fight, are actually working together, fixing prices.
Making peace.
Yeah.
Or just forced proximity.
Who knows? But apparently this price fixing happens every week. Complaints come in about high prices, they adjust down.
Sure.
But they also find stuff priced way too low to make sense financially, so they adjust up. It's this constant seesaw.
A weekly pricing roller coaster. Balancing customer perception and actual profit. Tricky business.
Very. And speaking of prices, Bernicus himself reviews the salt. Remember the $4 salt disaster?
Oh yeah, Big D was not happy.
Well, it's now down to $1.35. Still maybe a tad high for salt, but way better than $4. A small win for sanity.
Progress. Even if it's just salt.
So the weekend shift happens, relatively smooth, no Johnny, no Squigs. But then, end of day. Chappie, who's been helping with inventory since Johnny's out, notices something.
Something big.
Something feels big. He pulls Bernicus aside, says he thinks the store did really well financially that day. Like, not just okay, but up a significant amount.
Wow. Just a gut feeling.
Gut feeling, yeah. But then he makes this incredibly bold suggestion. Takes guts.
What did he say?
He says, wait for the numbers, and if we're up, like up a lot, we should reconsider Johnny's position as inventory manager.
Whoa. Directly linking Johnny to the potential financial improvement. That's huge.
Massive. And Slurms, who overheard this, immediately thinks maybe stock is just low, that's why income is up. So he does a quick check.
And
Stock levels looked fine, not depleted, so it wasn't that simple explanation.
okay, so the suspense builds. What did the numbers say?
The numbers came in, and everyone was just floored, gobsmacked.
How good was it?
The store was up a staggering amount, 15 grand.
$15,000 in one day.
15,000. Remember, a good day was maybe a few thousand. Recently, they'd been breaking even or losing money. This was nearly unheard of. Everyone was shocked.
That's astronomical for them. What changed?
Well, what wasn't there?
Johnny Cowboy and his butter obsession.
Bingo. The conclusion was stark but unavoidable. Clearly, Johnny Cowboy was negatively impacting the store's bottom line profits because of his obsession with butter.
His absence for just one day proved it.
It seems so. His constant over-ordering, the focus, maybe the cost of that new fridge,
Yeah.
it was dragging them down. This wasn't some complex market force. It was the butter.
Wow. The billion-dollar blunder wasn't billions, but it was definitely a huge hidden cost stemming from one guy's quirk.
It was so simple. Put someone else in charge of inventory for a day, someone with reasonable competence and no butter obsession, and bam, financial issues resolved.
That is incredible and kind of humbling, right? Makes you think about your own blind spots or small habits that might have bigger impacts.
Totally. What's our butter obsession, you know?
Berticus must have been, well, shocked, but maybe also relieved to have an answer.
Reluctant, maybe. He'd just promoted Johnny, but the numbers were undeniable. He had no choice but to agree a talk with Johnny Cowboy would be needed next week.
That's going to be an awkward conversation.
For sure. Chappie even suggested they use a good cop, bad cop approach. Shows how serious they knew it was. It all came back to the butter blunder. Confirmed.
So the week ends. Huge financial turnaround, a difficult conversation looming. How's Bernicus feeling?
Sitting at his desk, end of the week, he just lets out this big sigh. A sigh that probably contained multitudes, you know. All the chaos, the drama, the butter revelation.
You'd imagine.
And he apparently reflects again on the mayor's PCP week, thinking it was a bad decision. Just that little detail reminding us of all the other stuff he's juggling. External pressures, internal chaos.
He really is the captain of a very unique, very challenging ship.
He truly is. Okay. And now, the moment we teased. Our exclusive, never-before-reported inside scoop, straight from the source.
Yes, this is exciting.
We asked Chappie assistant manager, cashier supervisor, price detective, financial whistleblower, what's it really like working at Big D's? And his answer, oh, it's just perfect. Pure gold. Gives you the real flavor.
I can't wait to hear this. It really gets to the heart of that unique culture, doesn't it? That mix of chaos and something else.
Exactly. So Chappie told us, and I'm quoting here, Working at Big D's is sort of like sailing a ship across the ocean.
Oh, I like that analogy already.
Right. He says it's a small crew, and everyone has to do their part. Every person has their own part to play. Big D, he's the captain. Chappie sees himself as the first mate.
It makes sense.
He says their work depends on time of day, where we're going, what the tide and wind are like, and sometimes the waves are rough and sometimes they're calm, just like how busy the store gets. Sometimes busier than belief, other times quiet weekend day. It's such a vivid picture.
It really is. Captures that constant flux.
Then he talks about the unpredictability. Never really know what to expect, he says, like cheerfully resigned to it.
The daily adventure.
Totally. Some days it's customers doing weird stuff, buying a surplus of something strange, or robbing the store. Yikes.
Standard retail plus Big D's extra spice.
Other days it's staff drama, like when someone gets called into HR for something, or Bernicus is yelling about the prices.
He saw plenty of that.
And sometimes the store itself is the problem. Fridges break down, the back room is a mess, you name it, it's probably happened.
Sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
But he seems okay with it.
He does. He says that constant possibility, that flux, is part of the adventure. But then he gets to the real core. This is the key part.
Okay.
He says, the biggest thing about Big D's, though, is the culture. It starts with Big D himself, his schemes, how you never really know what scheme he's up to.
The chaos flows from the top.
And the staff just follows suit, embracing it. He admits there's always some sort of drama going on. It really keeps everyone on their toes and keeps it interesting, honestly.
Okay, interesting. But is it, like, toxic?
That's what you'd think. But then he drops this. But you know what? At the end of the day, we all care for each other and for Big D's, too.
Ah, there it is, the secret sauce. Underneath the craziness, there's genuine connection.
Exactly. He says, yeah, I may have a yelling match with the boss, but later that day, we're stocking shelves together and joking around, you know. Deep down, we don't really mean it, and we honestly care about one another.
That's actually really lovely. That ability to clash but still connect.
Isn't it? He says flat out, they put in the hard work for the store because we care about it. It's not just a job. It's this quirky, extended family, bonded by shared absurdity and, well, caring.
Wow, that explains a lot about how they keep going.
And then Chappie delivers the unofficial Big D's motto. It's just perfection, the perfect, quirky summary of everything.
What is it?
He says, and if you don't like it, well, then you can just get out. Because at Big D's, we're trying our best.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
Abrasive, but also honest and dedicated.
Exactly. It's the whole spirit, resilient, a bit prickly, chaotic, but ultimately trying their best and caring. Perfectly Big D's.
Perfect encapsulation. They thrive on the unexpected, find humor in the chaos, and yeah, they care. Amazing insight from Chappie.
And just like that, another deep dive into the wonderful, wacky world of Big D's comes to a close. What a week. Seriously.
It really was a roller coaster.
From beer as grain to Chappie's Zen checkout cove.
The mystery loan. Squigs the cleaner model.
The HR drama. Slurms vs. Chappie, and then the climax, the butter blunder revealed, Johnny Cowboy's obsession tanking the profits.
It's just this incredible mix of total chaos and surprising camaraderie, isn't it?
Absolutely. They navigate fights, weird directives from the mayor, bizarre product issues, all while, as Chappie said, trying their best.
It's a unique study in resilience and that very specific workplace culture.
So despite everything, the constant challenges, the profit swings, the sheer eccentricity Big D's just keeps going, it somehow works.
Or seems to.
Right. So is this proof of some kind of unorthodox but brilliant, resilient business model? Hidden genius?
Or is it just a really entertaining retail soap opera, always teetering on the edge of its next crazy plot twist?
Maybe both. And speaking of twists, what happens next week? That conversation with Johnny Cowboy about the butter, how will that go down?
And will the store keep making 15 grand a day now that the butter issue is identified? Or will some new chaos emerge?
Always a possibility. So here's a final thought for you, our listener. What can we learn from Big D's this week? Maybe about the unexpected places success or failure can hide in our own work, our own projects. What's your butter obsession that might be holding things back without you even realizing it?
Something definitely worth pondering. Where are our own potential billion-dollar blunders hiding in plain sight?
Exactly. Food for thought as you go about your week. Thanks so much for diving deep with us again into the delightful madness of Big D's.